Welcome to Noobow. This is just your perfect little game to start off on the early Tuesday morning. I'm just going to dive into it, so if we can get ready on the timer, I'll be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome everybody to Noobow, one of the most adorable little puzzle platforming games that I know of. We play as Noobow, a Japanese chocolate mascot. Hello? For some reason, my controller is not properly responding, and that's a bit of a problem, so I'm hoping that that won't continue to happen. Okay, that at least feels a little smoother. Apparently, my D-pad is not replying right now, which is a little annoying, but we'll make it work. Anyway, as I was going to say, Noobow is a little, like a 1990s chocolate mascot, and basically, we are going to just solve some little puzzles. That was not. Sometimes they can be a little precise, like here, where I actually kind of want them to be on the edge, but for some reason, okay. Hang on. There we go. We'll just do it like that. So, basically, this is the tutorial level. We kind of just run around, do our thing, move away. We pick up blocks. We can use items. This is the first item we can use. This is a little, you know, a little spring that we can jump up with. And now on our right here, we have the dog. And dog likes sticks. So we're going to just throw the stick. And we're coming up on my favorite item, and then I'll explain the game a little more properly, because we had a bit of a rocky start. But this is the parachute, which we can jump down. Whee! So basically the way that Noobow works is, like I said, we just kind of have to puzzle our way through certain levels. And usually the puzzles are quite simple. Like, it is a relatively simple, straightforward puzzle game. And along the way, we have to help some animals. In this first tutorial level, we have to help the little baby whale get back to his mom. So we're going to do that. We put them in a bucket, and then here we deliver it to the mom. And that is the end of the first stage. And then we get into a level select, and these are the 3 levels that we're going to do. First, we're going to help the squirrels, then we're going to help the moles, and then we're going to help the birds. That's kind of the basic gist of this game. We just go from level to level. Most stages have 2 levels. We use the items along our way to just kind of help us progress to the end and solve whatever problem has been going on for that particular animal. In this case, we are dealing with the squirrels, and the squirrels have had a problem with being with having this guy that's kind of been freezing over their homes. And we're going to try to fix that. We're going to try to help them out a little bit. But before we can, we need to head up here. And, you know, this squirrel, he does not actually want to help us until we give him an acorn. And that gets us a little elevator up here. We have a dog. We have a stick. We know what to do there. We throw the stick. Don't think too much about where the dog is going. This platform is going to end soon. And, yeah, just don't think about it. So, further up, this time we don't actually need any squirrels to help us further up. And we get to the next part of the level where we can see a parachute. And a parachute means we're going to jump. And I always like the jumping. It's really cute. So here we go to the edge. Whee! And we're going to do that a lot as the run progresses. We're just going to have some fun. We're going to just jump up and down a little bit. And here we first see the evil cloud who's freezing over everybody's homes. And, you know, squirrels, they don't like that, so we're going to have to help them out. Big jump here. And now we got to build a ladder to get up there. You can see the squirrels really not liking this cold weather. We're not a fan of that. We prefer it to be nice and sunny. So time for us to help them. In order to actually get up there, though, you know, we need to build the stairs, and we just do that by grabbing a few sticks and then sticking them into the ground, and then that should do the trick. So yeah, that's the basic concept of this game. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, hello everyone, I'm Crrool. I do speedrunning of a lot of different things. This is just a fun little side project that I decided to pick up at some point, because this game's just adorable. It's really cute, it's really simple. You know, but other than that, I tend to, you know, you may have seen me yesterday for Final Fantasy. I'll be doing Pokemon tomorrow. Just a wide variety of games. These are just really cute little games to be able to pick up. This game was never actually released outside of Japan, because it is, you know, a Japanese chocolate mascot. And despite that, despite it being quite a weird little niche, these games are surprisingly expensive. Apparently, they're still quite popular, which honestly, with how cute Noobow is, I get that. Anyway, we're coming up on the end of the second level here. We're making our way up the stairs. The 3 stages where we have to help an animal, they actually are split into 2 parts. So we have the first part where we kind of see what the problem is, and then the second part where we try to fix said problem. And that's what we're going to do here. We're gonna just try and fix the issue here. I'm not doing that correct, I don't think. Hold on. So I'm just going to do this. All right, we can actually climb up here and then turn it around and then do like that. Noobow will pretty much just always take it, as long as he doesn't have to jump down, because Noobow is afraid of heights. So as long as he doesn't have to jump down, we'll be fine. So we're going to make our way up, because we have another squirrel, and squirrels like acorns, so we need to get ourselves an acorn. Now, some of these puzzles have like interesting little ways that you can go about them. I think we're coming up on one of those interesting ones in, I believe, the next screen. For this one, though, you know, we just build a little stairs and then we drop the acorn, because that's faster. That way we can work around it much more easily. We grab the acorn and we're going to give that to the squirrel. Now, interestingly enough, with most squirrels, like the first squirrel we had, we would get on the elevator and then we would, you know, give the acorn. That way it would immediately bring us up. But this guy doesn't actually allow us to do that. So I actually need to wait here for the next platform to show up. Unfortunately, there really isn't much of a way around that. We just kind of got to wait here for a bit. So, Naomi, if you want to talk about anything, by all means.
I sure have a lot of things to talk about. Can I just say, this game is so cute. I love it. I'm just glued to the screen right now. And you mentioned Pokemon, which is funny because actually we do have a Pokemon incentive open right now for Pokemon Legends Arceus. We can name the trainer. And right now in the lead is Ginger, followed by okay. That's a name. Soti. I think I got that wrong, but it's a name. So if you want to donate, be sure to check out the incentives. It's all going to a great cause. And if you're looking for more incentives to donate to, we also have a Shin Megami Tensei incentive for the ending, a boss fight, and some language choices. So be sure to check those out. Crrool, back to you.
So you may have just now noticed that we did a little thing where gravity, for some reason, just doesn't seem to work. We gave an acorn to a squirrel, and we got this little horn in return. And the horn is actually what's going to scare away the evil cloud. And, you know, now that things have warmed up a little, this squirrel is happy, and he's willing to help us get to the elevator. We still need to get to the end of the level. We may have dealt with the evil cloud, but, you know, there's still that bag lying around with all the cold air in it. So we're going to have to get rid of that somehow. I'm going to grab this little mushroom. That's going to be our mushroom umbrella. Because there was a waterfall we saw earlier, and we can actually get through the waterfall. But, you know, the water is going too fast, so we need something to help protect us. So we have a little mushroom umbrella. Unfortunately, it's not quite strong enough for us to keep hold of it too long. Because as we pass the waterfall over here, this mushroom umbrella, well, you know, it breaks. So that's really unfortunate. But, you know, it means we can actually get to the tunnels behind the waterfall, make our way up where the icy bag of the evil cloud is dropped. And with that, we're going to just, you know, we're going to have some fun with this, because there is a little lake over here. And we're going to just freeze that lake. We're going to let all of the cold air out, and then we can go ice skating. The waterfall at this point is frozen, but that's okay. Nobody needed to pass that, right? But yeah, that gets us to the end of the level, and that's the end of level 3. The game overall is 8 levels. First level, the tutorial, then 3 stages of 2, and then a final stage. So this right here, this is the moles, and the moles have been dealing with a drought. So we're going to have to help the moles, you know, be able to cool off a little bit, because they're, you know, it's all very warm and the showers aren't working, and, you know, it kind of just sucks. But we get this little paraglider so we can whee around a little bit the stage. We go to the other side here, and then, okay, that's enough of the paraglider. Oh no, we have one more, and then it's enough for the paraglider. So for this first stage, what I'm going to try to do is we're going to, you know, fix the water supply a little bit. At least get something going. We get a parachute, we go down here, and this gets us to kind of like the sewage system of the moles. And we learn that there's all these valves that have been closed off. So we're going to fix that. I'm going to start with this one over here. Just going to open that up. I just need to get to it, and then it pretty much like immediately opens up. Now there's also this other mole, and we're going to help him specifically a little bit, because he's very sweaty right now with how warm it all is. You know, again, big drought, no water to cool off, so we're going to help him out a little bit. We grab this bucket, and I'm going to use that bucket to just scoop up some water from that jet stream right there. I'm going to use that to help cool off Mr. Mole over here. And Mr. Mole, he's got a little thing. See, there's this girl mole that he likes, and he leaves behind this heart-shaped balloon that he's been wanting to give to the girl mole. So we're going to do that for him. And while we work on our way to the girl mole, Naomi, if you have a donation, go ahead.
I certainly do. I got a donation from the one and only Tiny Tim saying, "Hey all, Crrool, you're an amazing person, and I'm proud and honored to call you a friend. Thank you for always being so supportive and kind. Good luck with the run. Cheers!"
Thank you.
Right, back to you.
Thank you, thank you. So we've got the balloon now, but we need to get to the girl mole over there, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna just drop the block like that. That should be enough for me to be able to cross over. This way I don't have to sit through too many getting on, getting off animations. And this mole, she wouldn't let us pass earlier, but now we give the balloon and she's all happy because she now knows there's this mole who likes her. And on to level 5. You know, there's still the problem of no running water, and it's still a drought going on, so now let's actually fix the problem. We've established what the problem is, we've helped one of the moles already. Now let's help everybody else real quick. First off, we're gonna build a staircase down here. Once again, we're gonna have to go into the sewage system a bit. But the problem is, you know, that's closed off, because, you know, generally you don't want to have that just out in the open like that. So we need to dig our way down a little bit. And for that, I need a shovel. And I have a friend who has a shovel, but, you know, it's a little crow. And apparently crows also like acorns, so I'm going to get myself another acorn. And I'm going to go to the crow over here. Now, don't question where this crow is hiding the shovel. There we go. And now we have a shovel. Again, don't question it. Don't think too much about this. But it allows us to dig down here. And now we can go into the underground and see if we can fix that water problem that they've been having. We have another a little puzzle over here, but we can actually skip a lot of this puzzle if I do this correct. I just pick up the one block, I take one extra step, and then I can drop it like that. And just like that, we now have an extra block that I can pass through, and I can just ignore the first block altogether. We dig down a little more. Now it's almost time for another version of Noobow that we haven't really talked about too much. See, some of these tunnels are big enough for Noobow to walk around in, but not all of them are. I'm going to drop the shovel here because certain items have more priority than others, so if they're on top of each other, you'll always pick up a certain item. So we want to make sure we get the correct one. This mole is gonna help me down for a moment, because on the way to the actual sewage system, you know, there is another really sweaty mole who's been trying to fix it and all that. He's not been very successful at it, but let's help him out while we're at it. So I grab a little bucket of water, just like the last time, so we can cool him off. Now, as I was saying about those tunnels, you know, most of the tunnels, they're all fine. We can work with that. But there are some tunnels which are too small for Noobow to walk around in. You might see them up top there. So we're actually going to go into this little apparatus that's going to change us into serious business, Noobow. Right now, we're just happy-go-lucky Noobow. We're now going to change into serious business because we got to fix this sewage. So here we go, serious business time. So it turns out there's a bunch of these valves that are just closed. And the way that we're going to fix the sewage is by just opening up every one of the valves. Now, it's quite easy to miss one or two, so, you know, we do have to pay attention a little bit. Especially the one that you see up, the top one of these two, because you have to go all the way around to be able to get to it. So it's quite a common one to forget. We're going to do our best to not do that. We're going to open up all that valve, and then we're going to walk around and open up the other ones. And then if we succeed, it should trigger... that was the wrong one. It should trigger a shower from starting up again, and then the moles can take a shower again. They can cool off, and we'll have happy moles again. This one. So yeah, this is just a little maze that we have to go through. It's not particularly hard because all of the things kind of do lead up to one another. Like, they kind of all end up in the same places. There's a few small dead ends, but generally speaking, it's not too hard to get through these. So we're gonna make our way up once again. No, that's one of the dead ends. Okay, that's the one I was trying to avoid earlier, but I took the wrong one. It's okay. We're just gonna pretend as if we know what we're doing and get through this maze. So this is one of those games, like, I haven't run this in a while. Things have been a little hectic at home, so, you know, not much time to derust. So yeah, if you see little mistakes like that just, it happens. That being said, you know, this game, and that's kind of the nice thing about Noobow, it's a really simple little game. So even just picking it up, like, you can play through it once and then you kind of already know what to do. And then from then on, like, actually getting like a half-decent time really isn't all that hard. So this is one of those really easy speed games that, you know, it's not really a game to grind, but if you want to just have fun for an evening, this is a fantastic game to do that with. And even just casually, it's a really cute little game to play through. Anyway, we made it to the top here. We've fixed the shower, so all the moles are happy, and it's time for us to help the bird. See, the bird, he got shot out of the sky. His propeller jetpack is now broken, because, you know, the birds need to be able to fly around, right? So we're gonna go help the little birdie with that. We're gonna try to fix the propeller jetpack, but we see this really angry bird standing around. He doesn't want anything to do with that. So I'm going to grab this item right here. This is a party popper. And with that party popper, we're going to make our way to the angry bird, and we're going to cheer him up, because everybody likes party poppers, right? So around we go, up another level, and pop. And there we go. See how that's a happy bird if I've ever seen one. So the propeller jetpack consists of 3 parts. You have the battery pack, you have the actual, like, engine-like part, and then you have the propeller. We're gonna have to go pick up all of those parts, so we're going to go over here to the right, build us a little bridge. That way we can actually walk here. We can, you know, Noobow can't climb that high, and we're gonna go pick up the first of the 3 parts here. This is the battery pack, and that battery pack we're gonna now bring to the bird. That's gonna take a bit of walking, and in the meantime, Naomi, feel free to go for another donation.
I sure can. I have one donation from Noobow for €5 saying, "Wee!"
Whee! The next level, we should do some proper wheeze, honestly. The next level has quite a few of those. I've always liked doing that, as, you know, when we're doing this on an event, to just kind of wee along with every time Noobow is jumping down. By the way, this little bird, he is very nice. Like, he is actually going to give us something for every part that we bring back. For this battery pack, he's going to trade us a stick. And that might not seem like an entirely fair deal, but trust me, it'll work out. Trust me, the bird's got something cool in mind for us to be rewarded. But yeah, this stick is used so that we can build a little staircase here. And we can now work our way down. And down here, we find the propeller. You know, can't have a propeller jetpack without a propeller, right? So we're going to pick that up, and we're going to go bring that back to the bird, claim our next reward. So Naomi, while we walk back, feel free to do some messages.
You got it. All right. We are all here today to raise money for Mind. In every region of the world, mental disorders surpass 10% of the population. Governments seem to lack momentum in reducing the burden of mental health problems, as only 55% have mental health awareness and only 8% have suicide prevention plans. Organizations like Mind help raise awareness to the issue, helping us get one step closer to a world where everyone gets the help they need. I think it's a wonderful cause that we're raising money for today. Back to you, Crrool.
All right, so we've handed in the propeller, and as a thank you for getting him the propeller, he's going to give us a shovel. I'm going to make sure I have to just drop the shovel a little bit. Again, don't worry about it floating in the air like that. It doesn't matter. We grab the shovel, and we're going to, you know, squeeze our way in here, because there's a little block that we can dig out. Work our way down. And then at the bottom here, we see this little bird, and he's fishing inside of this tree. I don't know how that works. Don't think about it too much. But we're going to trade him the shovel. And in return for the shovel, we're going to ask for the fishing rod, which we get. And that's very convenient because the last part of the battery pack is quite far down. And, you know, like I said before, Noobow is afraid of heights. So, you know, this way we can fish it up instead, and we don't actually have to worry about the height issue anymore. So we're going to walk our way to the right here. Okay, this block is now kind of in the way. I kind of didn't place that in an easy position, so let me just do this instead. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Yeah, where did the block go? Well, you'll see in a moment, but first I got to pick up this engine part, right? The last part of our propeller jetpack. And just like that, magically the block is back. So this is why, like I said, we don't have to concern ourselves with the block. We're just going to bring back the last part. Now, I did say, trust me, the bird is going to reward us handsomely for bringing him all the parts of the propeller jetpack. So let's see what our reward is actually going to be. Here we go. We get the propeller jetpack. And just like that, we can fix the drought now because we can get up into the sky. The height, being afraid of heights, you know, we'll deal with that. And now we get a little paraglider. So we're going to wee and chat. The people behind me, I am going to request you join me, and you guys join in on this. Let's do what Noobow does. Here we go. Whee! We're going to do some more of those, mind you. Whee! That's a pretty lengthy one. Up here, you know what's happening, right? Whee! And another one. Whee! And another one. Whee! Okay, we're going to do like one or two more, and then we should be good for now. But yeah, our paraglider is done. But at the top here, there's a little parachute. And with a parachute, we get the same effect, really. We're going to stand on the edge here. Whee! Thank you, guys. You guys are all amazing. Now that we have that, we're going to work our way up. Because, you know, again, we've been dealing... There's been this drought. The weather is very angry. Oh, a really small little wee here. Come on, Noobow, please. Whee! That's it. That's it. Like I said, very short one. But yeah, we got to help the weather calm down a little bit. And we have a really good way of doing that. But first, whee! Now, there's three weathers that we're going to have to deal with, or three characters that we need to help out. First, there's the very angry Cloud here. And he's angry and making it rain because, you know, a lot of sunlight, water evaporates. You know, you've all had this in geography class probably. And that's the last we were going to do. Now, here's the Thunder Man. And he's also very angry. So we're going to ground him. Because that's how you deal with lightning, right? You ground it. There's the Wind Man over here. We'll get back to him. That's going to be of a later concern. Now, we are going to have to get rid of our parachute here because we got to get rid of the fire here. And unfortunately, that does burn up our parachute. But that's okay. We're going to get a shovel, dig our way down. And then at the bottom here, we have, it looks a bit like a bucket, but it's actually a cup. And we're going to drop off the shovel. We don't need that anymore. We'll grab this cup. Now, see, the thing is, a drought means the sun is very hot. So we're going to have to help the sun cool off a little bit. But first, I got to get back up there. Now, luckily, we have a very clever way of doing that, and that requires the help of the Windman. There we go. I'm just going to let him blow our way back up. So yeah, you can see there, the sun is sweating, he's very hot, and that's causing all this drought. So we're going to help him cool off, we're going to help him stay hydrated, but that means needing some water first. Luckily, there was this angry cloud, and we can probably ask the angry cloud to help us fill the cup a bit, right? So now with a full cup of water, we're going to the sun. And help him cool off a bit so that, you know, things don't have to be so hot anymore. And here we go. And just like that, we fixed the drought. All right, one more level to go. It's on to the final level called Santa's Missing Presents. And, you know, the name kind of implies it. We're going to help save Christmas. Because Santa has unfortunately lost all his presents, and he's going to need Santa's little helpers have been looking for it, but they're not too good at it. So we're going to help Santa, and again, we will be handsomely rewarded for our efforts. But honestly, saving Christmas is worth it on its own, right? Or at least saving the presents, because we gotta have presents for all the little kids. So yeah, the little angels, they point us up. They tell us to go to the top of the tree because that's where Santa is. And Santa's going to just quickly demonstrate how we can help. So he's going to drop one present here. This is just as a demonstration. We pick up the present, and just by picking up, the angels will know to find me, and then they can bring the present back to Santa. Now, this level consists of 3 parts. We're going to first do the left part of the level, then we're going to do the right section of the level, and then we're going to do the section that we started, the bottom section. And as we go through those sections, we got to pick up all of the presents so that, you know, Santa can deliver those in time for Christmas. First, though, we got to build ourselves a little bit of a staircase down. Now, the next screen is a very scary one because it is technically possible to soft lock on that screen. There's a few places in the game where you can soft lock. This next one is the one where it actually happened in my casual playthrough, so I had to look up what the password for the level was. It was a whole thing. But yeah, we can build a little staircase like this. We're gonna go pick up the present. There we go. We're gonna just get up so that we're a little closer to the angel. We're gonna pick this one up, and we're gonna use that to build us a little staircase down here. And again, I gotta pick it back up because we gotta, you know, we turn around and now I can use that to get back up here. This block is just gonna magically disappear. Don't think about that. And again, we're gonna build a little staircase, but we're gonna speed things up by just, you know, grabbing the one block. And then here as well, we can just do that with one block. We don't have to have to make things more complicated than they need to be. Okay, another present. So this finishes up the left section of the level. We've now found all of the presents here, and that unlocks the right section of the level. We're going to go up one staircase, and then all the way to the right, and there's a bunch of presents that we're going to see here. Now, this time around, we're not going to use the parachute just yet. We will see another parachute coming up, but, you know, we're going to just make a little bridge across the cloud like that. And then on the left here, there is another present hidden on a little cloud. We're going to give that back to Santa. A little staircase. And there we go. Now, one thing that we haven't really talked about, but depending on how many items there are on the screen, like, it can actually result in more lag. And there is actually going to be a few screens where that's relevant. It's generally why we want to get the present to the angel as quickly as possible, because it reduces that lag. There's actually one room where we do a little skip in a little bit to just prevent us from having any lag at all. First, we're going to jump down. And it's going to get us back up a little bit, and we're going to go to the right first. Whee! See, on the right here, there is another present that we're going to need to pick up. So I'm going to just drop off the parachute for a moment so I can grab the present and walk back to the parachute while we're at it. So the angel tries to follow us. You can kind of see things going a little slowly there. And now we're going to do a lot of quick wheeze back to back. So yeah, got to build a little bit of a bridge here because we got to get to the other side. Pick up that parachute again, and now we're just going to make our way to the right. We've already picked up the present. So he's going to just very slowly fall down and then very quickly get back up to another one of those jet streams. Okay, 2 more. These are the last 2 of the game. And then 1 big one for good measure. Whee! And that's the last time we got to jump down. But don't worry too much. I've got something else fun coming up. Because up here, we find a skateboard. And that means we can go for skateboarding Noobow. Unfortunately, he ends up tripping. But it's okay. Noobow is fine. No harm done. We're going to build ourselves a little bridge here so that we can get up to the other side. Because we've just now picked up the last present on this left section, which means we're going to go to the center section, which is also the biggest one of the sections we need to do. There's quite a lot of presents there. We're going to use that to, once again, give all of the presents back to Santa. And then once we have that, we can walk back to Santa. Time is as we reach Santa after having gotten all of the presents back. It should be a few minutes left, but we are getting quite close to that at this point. So yeah, bit of a rocky start with the run today, but after that, things went quite well, I'd say. Basically, the way that the last section works is we're going to have a little underground section here. Now, I'm going to explain you really briefly how we're going to do that lag skip. So there's one room coming up where normally you have to grab this shovel and then you have to work your way through a puzzle room with the shovel to get to the other side so you can actually open up the path. However, that's really, really slow because that extra item just results in a lot more lag. So we have a little way to work around that. We can't go to the right here yet. There's a little angel blocking our path. It's this block that I can't get rid of yet, but I can put my shovel on top of it, and it's going to stay there. And now I can walk around, and I don't have to deal with bringing the shovel along, which is one fewer item, and that results in this room right here not having too much lag, because now we're only dealing with 5 items on the screen instead of 6. And that actually makes quite a significant difference, at least in how fast the game feels like it plays. I don't know how much the actual time difference is, but it feels much faster. We grab the present over here. That's going to get rid of one of the angels so we can progress. And now I can grab the shovel and dig through this block so we can continue again. Let's see. Yeah, we go here first. I'm going to just drop the shovel. We're going to pick that back up, but it is serious business Noobow time. We get another little maze. This time there's 2 presents that we're trying to pick up. So it's very important we get through this correct. Yeah, we go all the way down. The right side is just pretty much a dead end, but it kind of shows you what's coming next. So, it can help you figure out in what you're supposed to be doing after this. But, we're speedrunners. We can skip that part, right? Now, we can't pick up anything as serious business, Noobow, so we're going to just have to very quickly grow big so we can pick up the presents, and then we got to wait for the angels to pick them up. And now we can move on. Now the angel that was blocking our path here is gone, so we can just very quickly take the shortcut back and get our shovel back. Okay, one more puzzle section. Nope, I didn't say you could drop it. One more puzzle section left to do. And that's going to be on the right here. One more floor up. You can see already, like, the angel there now is gone, and there is some blocks that we can dig through. This is why I've kind of needed to keep the shovel throughout all of this. So we're going to open up this path. Again, I will need to keep this shovel because we will need it one more time. But first, you know, we gotta get up there. And the way we're going to do that is I'm only going to pick up this one block. I'm just going to place it below the staircase here. Pick up my shovel, because we need that. And I can just get to the stairs like that. I don't actually need to build a ladder all the way up there. So now we go back down here. And this is where the last block is that we need to get rid of. And then we're going to walk all the way back to Santa. Hopefully he'll be proud of me for bringing back all of the presents, because at this point, we have brought them all back. I could drop off the shovel, but I don't actually need to. It'll just stay with us. This is just our trusty little shovel. So yeah, get ready on time, because time will be as we get to Santa at the top of this level. And I'll quickly show you what our reward is, because Santa, he's going to reward us handsomely for doing all this. Yeah, just a little further up. We now start seeing the angels. They're back in their position. They're pointing us up. Of like, go up. Santa has a reward for you. Just a few more stairs. And then the last one over here. There is Santa. And time. So that's Noobow. Santa is going to, you know, go around the world, deliver all the presents. This outro is like 4 screens, and then you can transition, by the way. It doesn't take too long. You know, Noobow, he goes to bed, goes to sleep. And when Noobow wakes up, he starts to wonder, was this all a dream? Because, you know, it's quite something to have met Santa. And, you know, as Santa travels across the world, Noobow dreams of all the adventures he's had. And, you know, all the friends he's made along the way. And then Noobow here, waking back up in the morning, again, wondering if it's all been a dream, whether it's all, whether it was all real. But just as, you know, as you get up on Christmas morning, you go up and he finds a giant stocking full of presents. And that's when he knows it wasn't a dream. We really did help Santa. And that's how we save Christmas. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you guys for having me. I'll be back one more time tomorrow for Poke Park. In the meantime, there are some fantastic runs coming up. So I'm going to give it back to our lovely crew over here.
Thank you so much, Crrool, for that run of Noobow. I was thoroughly enjoying it. We are going to set up for Croc Legend of Gobos, and I think as we go to intermission, everyone, we should do one last Wii together. So 3, 2, 1, Wii!